Welcome, everybody. The topic today is the Great Awakening or the Great Reset. And we're going to first start with the meditation. And here we are on the Russian River. We're staying at the Highland Dell here up in Northern California. And it's just so great to be on the river because it's the river of life. It's really the metaphor for choices we can make. And as they say, the choice is the Great Awakening into the Aquarian Age or the Great Reset. So we've got choices here. So the way to meditate is focus, being quiet, focus on the mantra, Yod and then breath, He and the out breath. Wa and then breath, He and the out breath. Yod from the base to the heart and out to the He out to the heart. Wa from the base to the third eye, He out to the heart. And the most important is focus on my eyes and the sound, because that's the way over the internet the Shakti Kundalini is transmitted. And just focus on my eyes, let the energy come through. Know there's a part of my soul going into you, also a part of karma is being burned up. And it's about the awakening or activation of the Kundalini. So lots of things are happening. So here we go, as I'm kind of standing on this raft in the river, shaking a little bit. The raft is shaking, I'm not shaking. So, focus on the eyes, and here we go. Yo. And now into the meditation for a few minutes. Okay, yo. Slowly come out of meditation. And now we're looking at the Great Awakening, the Aquarian Age, which we calculate is starting December 21st. So we're going to have a worldwide meditation at that time. And the times, just so you know, are 1:20 Eastern Time, p.m., 10:20 a.m. West Coast Time, and 8:20 p.m. Israel Time. If we're talking Brazil, we're talking 5 hours later. So we're talking 3:20 from the West Coast, and so forth. You have to do the math to get it all figured out. In Argentina, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 hours, but the main point is East Coast time, it's 1:20 p.m. And you can do your math from that. So that's extremely important, which I'm going to explain. But first I'm going to talk about the reset, because we actually have choices. Although the force, the cosmic force, is on the side of the Great Awakening, there's an effort to create a reset. Klaus Schwab wrote a book called The Great Reset, COVID-19. So they're taking advantage of that. So who wants to do the Great Reset? The inner core of the globalist. What's the meaning of the Great Reset? Oh, they think it's really for, quote, if you're stupid enough, yeah, it's for your own good. But the World Economic Forum, what they're talking about is no privacy, total surveillance, and no ownership. Sounds kind of good, but it's not really, because when they say no ownership, they're talking about ownership by an oligarchy. And we call that feudalism, but technological feudalism. Now, I want you to understand, this is not a myth. This is all written in the Economic Forum website. So understand, this isn't rumor, this is hardcore. Also, even Time Magazine has talked about it. So yes, it's a reality. And the question is it going to happen? They also talk about the 2030 UN agenda. I'm not sure it's going to happen. In fact, we have the cosmic force coming in, okay, where we're not talking about impoverishment, enslavement, mental, physical, and spiritual. We are really talking about the Great Awakening. And that's the conflict. But God didn't put us here to become mental, physical slaves. They use the word, in a sense, physical, digital, and biological identity, which would be one way of controlling us. God put us here to wake up spiritually. Put us here to be part of the river of life, taking us to liberation. We're put here to evolve spiritually. Now, we're already there, but we have to wake up to being there. So, it's our time. So when does the Aquarian Age start? Well, not everybody's going to agree, but our calculations are December 21st. It's connected to a series of cycles connected to what we call the Great Conjunction, and that's a conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in 0 degrees. The Great Conjunction happens every 20 years, but at 0 degrees, it happens every 2,000 years. So 2330 BC it happened in Aries, and 126 BC 0 degrees happened in Pisces, and now we've hit 0 degrees in Aquarius coming December 21st. And I mentioned the times. Okay, and I'll say it again. 8:20 p.m. Israel and 1:20 p.m. Eastern Coast Time in the United States. West Coast Time is 10:20 a.m. So that's what we're really talking about. So what does this mean? It's like, this is huge. The cosmic force is on our side. That's why I don't believe the Great Reset will ever happen. It's the kind of the end of the effort to make a technological feudalism. Just think what I just said. So, what does it mean? What's the meaning of Aquarius? Now, to be politically correct, we're going to say we have the man as the water carrier, but let's say humanity's the water carrier, right? Because that's what we're talking about. It's men, women, we're all one in that. Humanity's the water carrier, waking up to a higher vision, waking up to liberation, waking up to God merging. So the symbol, man as water carrier. What is water? Cosmic consciousness. It's the activating of cosmic consciousness to the final merging with God. I mean, this is fantastic. So it's about the ascension of humanity. Could it be any better than that? That's what's going to override, quote, the Great Reset, which is the attempt to enslave people mentally, physically, and spiritually. This is about liberation. It's about the river of life taking us to liberation, if we're ready for it. So we have some choices of how we play, okay? And I'll be coming out with a little bit more information, but the whole point is about waking up and participating in the great awakening. We're moving from the kingdom of earth to the kingdom of heaven. And that's what's so exciting. This is really, really cool in the big picture. It's really the great conjunction at 0 degrees for Saturn and Jupiter happened about 25,000 plus years ago. So we're into a major cosmic shift in consciousness, which will not be able to be stopped. It just doesn't work that way. God's plan is happening. We will not be stopped, but we do have to play. And we are going to have a meditation, a worldwide meditation. I will be giving Shaktipat or Haniha, the awakening of the spiritual energy. It will be a half-hour meditation, and we'll start about 15 minutes before that time. That time being wherever you are, East Coast time, 1:20 p.m. of U.S. Israeli time, 8:20 p.m. being the light to the world. We will be broadcasting actually from Israel. So what do we need to know about it? The Aquarian age is about an age of peace, an age of joy, an age of oneness, cleansing the soul, and an age of regeneration. It's breaking free into the ascension, into the divine. What I can say is, what could be better? So even though we're faced with this threat of the great, quote, reset, which is, as I mentioned, the whole concept of technological feudalism, we are talking about much bigger forces of the divine. But we have to participate. And what I mean by that is, since 1973, research has been very clear that when people meditate and pray for peace on the planet, it literally affects the sunspots. In other words, it's a cosmic effect. So on each Peace 21, which is on each equinox and solstice, the research shows when people are meditating, the degree of sunspots actually goes down. That's how powerful it is. We know that in 1973 they did some research and they saw when 1% of an area is meditating, there's a 16% decrease in crime. We know research in Rhode Island, 2 separate years, they found when people were meditating, 43% drop in crime, and the next time 49% drop in crime. We can affect the global brain, and it's I'm choosing it to make my responsibility to be a light to the nations. That's the whole prophecy in Isaiah. I hope you join this. It's really a major choice. So we join the river of life taking us to liberation, metaphorically, or do we get disempowered and enslaved by the, quote, Great Reset, which they've been talking about for more than a decade. It's not a fantasy. It is there, hardcore in the literature of the elite globalists. So, this is all very exciting. What a phenomenal time for us to participate. So, stay tuned with this, and may we all choose the Great Awakening. And incidentally, later today we begin our meditation intensive, which I do every month. We're starting, I'm going to actually jump in the river for a cleansing at 4 o'clock. I'm not in a hurry to do that, but that's what it is. We'll see how cold it is. And then we actually start with Shabbat, and then Saturday and Sunday we're doing Shaktipat Meditation, Haniha Meditation 3 times, and we'll have some talks, and we'll have some sharing. So it's powerful. The whole idea is to build community, to create a force that can do our role in transforming the world, taking us to a higher octave, stairway to heaven. May everybody be blessed with this. Peace be with you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Intakulasan. Aho.